Live from the nation's cathedral of football on a cloudy but temperate Saturday afternoon in the city of gold. A rivalry forged decades ago, now an unmatched South African sporting spectacle every time the Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates cross paths. And today the stakes are raised with a spot in the Nedbank Cup final on the line. Once again, the pace of Ashley du Preez causing some problems, and du Preez has played it into the box. Oh! Massive opportunity for Christian Saile, and he has shot it in.
This would have been the discussion in the change room of Kaizer Chiefs. Win the ball, play it in the space that Marco has left, use the pace of du Preez, then quickly release Saile. That move is perfectly the way Atazwane has planned it. Unlucky, Saile doesn't get to finish. This had 1-0 written all over it.
Excellent serve. As Monopole Saleng has an opportunity. He's played it across for Kermit Erasmus. And Orlando Pirates have the lead in the derby.
He's the man for the big occasions. BMT, if you're looking for a player with BMT, Kermit Erasmus is the man to go to. 4 goals in all competition. The other surprise in the starting lineup was Solomons for Kaizer Chiefs. He's the other surprise. Is he yet to show us why he's the surprise in the starting lineup?
Well, he has an opportunity on the ball now. Dylan Solomons cutting inside. He's picked out Yusuf Mart. Oh! Fizzing efforts from Mart, who separated these two sides back in October with an extraordinary effort.
There is Solomons, uses his pace to cut inside, finds Mart in space in between the lines with a weaker foot, goes, it just brushes that upright. A product of the Orlando Pirates development team, a man that scored the winner in the first round game, that is Yusuf Mart.
Frosler in space. Sitebe. Solomons, good cross, Saile! Well, he's had Chiefs' 2 best chances, and he's missed both of them.
When you're looking at Shandu's defending, he's not open stance. He only sees the ball, he does not see the man. Saile should be putting that in the back of the net. He's in the small box. He's looking at goals. In that instance, he closes his eyes at the critical moment.
A couple minutes shy of the interval. Kaizer Chiefs have an opportunity from this set piece. Vukomanja proving that his defensive heading ability is just as good as his aerial threat in an attacking sense as two players collide. Well, this doesn't look good. And they're calling for the neck brace as well as the stretcher to come on.
Ooh, I think it's that elbow from Rifosla. Nothing malicious, nothing intended, but he does catch him in that moment while he's trying to avoid the contact that is coming from him.
And now Orlando Pirates with another big opportunity. That appears to have taken a deflection. Tarek Vukomanja pleading for a corner, which will not be forthcoming.
Good movement by Kermit Erasmus down the right-hand side. He goes for that cutback. He finds Vukomanja. It deflects off Ngezana. There is a deflection from Vukomanja. The goalkeeper does not get to that ball.
Here's Zwane. He's lifted in behind for du Preez, and the flag had stayed down. Excellently read by Sipho Chaine.
He's not a goalkeeper, he's a goal player, sweeper keeper. He needs to read the game. The modern game demands for a goalkeeper that is able to read the game. But what about the pass from the young Zwane? The young Zwane with that well-weighted pass, the pace of du Preez, but good reading of the game from Chaine and goals.
Outswinger again from Frosler. This is Mart. There's a player down in the area, so play duly stopped by Abongile Tom Onare. Might require some attention here. It's a pretty hefty collision with Gezana.
Gezana will never pull away from a challenge. He goes all out. He first deals with CBC and ends up with Umunari. Hard as a nail, that is Gezana, at centre back for Kaizer Chiefs.
So Munari is still clutching his shoulder. He's stretched it off. Now Solomons to Marks. He's rolled it in. Parity for Kaizer Chiefs. Well, FNB Stadium has gone wild. Yusuf Marks scored the most outrageous goal in his derby debut. This is a much more conventional finish. Now kept in. Saleng scoops it to Evan Gar.
He starts, the most starts in midfield. Ndlondlo finds the space in between the lines, spreads that ball wide, change the point of attack. Hoto says, cut back. Saleng finds Evanga, jackknife technique. It's in the back of the net. He goes for the wrong technique. He's slightly behind him in that distance. He has to adjust and improvise, but you need to get that on target. That's your bread and butter.
These famous foes deadlocked in the Nedbank Cup semi-final. Chiefs won, Pirates won, extra time to come. Falls for Yusuf Marts, Frosler. Frosler's lifted it in! Well, arriving at the back post, Ashley Depriya has turned it wide.
Decision making. Look at how Frosler looks up, heads up. Onside. Onside. He's in line with the last defender.
A big opportunity for Orlando Pirates. Saleng takes. Ndlondlo hoists it back into the danger area. Oh! Orlando Pirates, deep into extra time, have come up with a huge moment, and the towering centre half, who was brought on as a sub, has got the touch. Mtetwa could be the match winner, and there's the final whistle. Orlando Pirates into the final. This will mean so much to Orlando Pirates. They are through to the Nedbank Cup final. They beat their bitter rivals Chiefs by 2-1.
Coach, appreciate your time. Thoughts, please.
Well, difficult to explain. It was a very emotional game from the first minute, I think, playing with a very high intensity, both sides, with moments for both teams. I think we start very well, but after the lead, we couldn't manage to keep playing the same way. We were a bit conservative. It's normal also, it's a knockout game, you are leading. We didn't have so good experiences here recently, and all of those things usually also played. I'm a very proud coach, what can I say? We play now 3 games in a period, in a very short period, playing an extra time, the way these guys fought to have the chance, to have the right to play one more final together, to play for the club. I'm so happy. I'm so happy for the whole Pirates family, for the people who is behind us, for the players, for the fans. It's a very special day.
Coach Atazwane Mangeta, appreciate your time. Thoughts, please.
Thanks, Mr. Msibi. Yeah, look, I think we had the opportunity to go to the final. We were the first chance, that was clear-cut chance, right inside the 6 yards. Could have connected with the ball. We couldn't take it. And then right just after that, we considered a goal against the run of play. And I think we looked like we were compact that time, but they managed, to penetrate us and get a goal. And then we started playing now. We imposed ourselves, but we did not create, enough chances, but we got another one that we could have at least equalized, go to halftime 1-1. And then second half, we had to change the strategy a little bit to put them on their back foot so that we can be on the front foot as well. And I think we did very well, though we did not take the few chances we created. And after the equalizer, I think they were there for the taking. We were just supposed to now put them more under pressure. And we had chances, especially in the far post. We just did not take those chances, you know.